Just before we get into the heart of things here, I'd like you to reflect for a second on where things are feeling kind of thin in your life. Maybe it's emotional. Maybe you feel a lot of resentment or overwhelm. Maybe you actually are on the verge of burnout. Maybe you recognize like, oh yeah, it's happening. Most people aren't like they're deep in the heart of it. Like you probably wouldn't be listening in on a webinar like this if you were deep in the heart of it. But many people have some of those kind of early warning signs, if you will, where things feel thin. You might snap at your family quicker than you'd like to, or you feel just depleted or drained. You might be dreading the week ahead. Any of those things can be signs that your inner flame is not as bright as it could be. The metaphor that we're going to use, and we have uh, an amazing slide for you on the next slide. I'm just going to tease this incredible slide. Has to do with fire. It is your inner flame, and that's what you use to light your next lantern, your goal in the world. And so, before we go there, just reflect for a moment. Scale of 1 to 10. How bright is that inner flame? Do you feel on fire with your work, with your life, with your relationships, with your purpose? If you said 10, kudos to you. Most people would not, even if it was a 10, most people wouldn't give themselves a 10. A lot of people are somewhere in the middle. Some people are down low, and some of it will depend on how you see yourself, how you relate to yourself, where you want to be, like where your expectations are. But just maybe write down the number or keep in mind where you see yourself on that spectrum. And hopefully by the end of our time together, you will have not only some ideas for how to shift that number towards the higher points, but even some experiences and a sense of how quickly at hand, like how immediate your ability to move that inner sense of the brightness of your flame can be.
One of our big values of Superbound, of our business and our life, is simply no drama. And I think what happens sometimes is when we're talking about doing something that may be a little bit against the grain, like how do I achieve a goal without burning out? Sometimes it's really easy to say, okay, it's going to be very complicated. I have to add 20 new things to my schedule. I have to change all of these other habits. I have to rework my day and be very strict and complicated with myself. One of the things that we hope to give you all today is that, as you said, Steve, there's those things that are going to support you well are on hand.